Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Ply Center's Power Time practice here on Saturday, June 16th, 2018. My name is Sucharita, for those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who do know me, well, you know that it is always a powerful time to come together and share the teachings that Dr. Pillai has given to us in a whole new way. And that's what happens with the master. The teachings come from high realms. And sometimes when they land on the earth plane and we receive them, it's kind of like, what is that? How do we put it into practice? It's too much energy. And that's what it is. So we are here to help you to navigate these programs, services, courses that are offered through Ply Center or Astrobed. And then your journey can be that much more fulfilling and rewarding. Not so much of a head scratcher like, what? I don't know what's going on. So don't worry, you will get an experience here as well. We'll do a meditation and then we'll have an open discussion. So first of all, we're going to share about this holiday weekend. It is Father's Day. And a holiday means that it's a holy day. So our Father is the person in our lives, whether we like them or not, or whether we had a good relationship with them or not, our Father is that person who gave us life. He is the one who supported us coming into the earth plane. And then after that, well, everyone has their own story. And so not that we should be judging it either way. It's just that on this day, a vortex opens. That means a door of energy opens up. And so any congested energy due to karmas that you have incurred with your father in this lifetime, maybe it wasn't such a great relationship and he's still here on the earth plane and you haven't talked to him, or it is a good relationship and you want to deepen that relationship. So the door has opened up. Now, what about those fathers who have passed? Those fathers who are gone to other realms, maybe they're stuck in some realms where they can't quite get to the gates of heaven, and maybe some are in the gates of heaven or in higher realms. So we can do something that we shared about last week, which was Tarpanam practice. And there's also a service that you can participate in through Ply Center or Astrobed, and you can offer Tarpanam to that deceased father. So, and then if you have a relationship with your father on the earth plane, it's not so great, then you can still do the Tarpanam to the grandparents. So great-grandparents, grandparents on your father's side, and then they will bless your father here to heal that relationship with you. So these are all spiritual tools and technologies that everyone has access to, and it has nothing to do with your belief system, whether that's religious, cultural, or any philosophical belief system. Even your own rational mind will only manage to acknowledge a part of it or a ration of this spiritual technology, because there is a logic, but it's a spiritual logic. So in order for us to understand what happens when we do Tarpanam, what happens when we propitiate our fathers through services or prayers, is through our own experience. So our experience is what is going to determine whether or not we are understanding at that soul level how these courses, these products, these services work. So, and how you will know that? Things will start to clear up in your life because you're going to ask for blessings. So you will give them a gift and then you will say, please just bless me. And you can even say it like that, please bless me. If your father is alive on the earth plane and you have not had a good relationship and you want to, and you don't know how to get started, well, today, and maybe even during this session, you can just take a pen and write down on a piece of paper a little love letter to your dad. And then you can take that paper and burn it. And you can make sure that you're safe and do it outside, or you can wait till later on and do it outside. So the reason you want to do that is you want to connect your soul to his soul. So yes, there are going to be a lot of emotions. There are going to be, sad moments. There are going to be happy moments. Maybe there will be everything in between, nothing moments. Maybe absence. And geez, I don't even know who you are. So write that out. It's an invitation. You don't have to do it, but it's also a practice. So if you start doing this simple practice, and then you do your meditations to help calm your mind and keep you focused, and you hand it over to God the Father, the big guy up there, then he will do what is needed for you to make amends with that relationship. If you have a great relationship with your father, deepen it. Write a letter to him and say, I would really love to connect with you spiritually while you're still here. And then see how our life is that much more fulfilling, that much more rewarding. The relationship gets richer and deeper and more supportive on that soul level, because he may be going along and getting it to that age where he's in his golden years and ready to exit. Or he may be very sick and you want the Spirit to come in. You want the Holy Spirit to come in and bless him through his illness. Even if he isn't going to go on to be, at least he will be peaceful and calm, and he will know and feel your love. So these are a couple of suggestions that you can do while we're having our little discussion. And then Dr. Pillai is going to be doing a Father's Day talk, and it's going to be free, so you can sign up through Pillai Center. And Radha, our Vedic astrologer here in Power Time Practice, has posted the link to Dr. Pillai's Father's Day webcast tomorrow, Sunday, June 17, at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, or 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 8:30, I believe it is, maybe not, 8:30 p.m. IST. So I'm not sure what it is in Europe or anywhere in between, but those are the timings, and then you can check out on World Clock time and date meeting planner, and then you can convert the time according to your time zone. So the link is there. Please join, because when Dr. Pillai comes in and he's in the vortex, so the doors open up, Father's Day is happening, and we are going through all kinds of emotions, the whole gamut. And we need to get empowered so that we are centered and we are focused and we are connecting to our highest selves, which can send a signal up into the heavens, across the miles, wherever it is that you need to connect with your Father through your soul, through the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, that we are all a part of. When we collect all our souls up, regardless of what the storyline was here in the lifetime, the soul's consciousness is God consciousness, and it's all God's play, so to speak. So he is giving us an opportunity to encase a soul and connect with other souls here on the earth plane, because the soul is just fire, it's light, it's intelligence. You can't grasp it. So, but you can grasp a person. You can hug a person. You can high five a person, you can kiss a person, you can do lots of things with a person, right? So the physical is very important. The way we speak to another person, the way we send messages through our thoughts, our emotions will affect the other person's being and their soul. So we, at the level of the soul, we're all connected. Collectively, we are all evolving. This is the golden age, where we get to not blink and miss it. We're going to see all those soul dots connecting. And then there's going to be this great network of oneness. And will we still have the body? Maybe it might look like that, but it might be that we are evolving to become like angels, to become like gods. So It depends on our spiritual evolution and getting the blessings of the Father, getting the blessings of the Master, Dr. Pillai, during this time frame is going to do you and your family and your lineage and everyone, your husband, your wife, your kids, your aunts, your uncles, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, whoever is here on the earth plane connected to this gene pool that your father gave you, birthed you into. He was the conduit. So at least or at most he did that. And here you are on this spiritual path at a perfect time for you not to blink and miss it. You're going to turn into an angel. We all are. Everyone's going to have their own experience how that happens. So if you want a smooth one, chances are here on the path that you're here with Dr. Pillai, you want a smooth one, relatively speaking, to those who are struggling and going, what is spirituality, huh? Or what are you talking about? Oh, that's stupid, you know? And you just go, okay, God bless you. And they'll go, there is no God. And you'll go, okay, super, you know, have a good one, because the golden age is here. It is just going to carry us along like a tsunami. It's going to make this big, huge entrance, this wave of the Holy Spirit, the wave of all the gods and goddesses, the wave of all the angels. So whatever we're doing here on the earth plane, we're finishing up our karmas that we need to finish up. And then the soul will be able to connect with everyone and bring in this heaven on earth experience. So that's pretty cool. So what do we have? I have the Astroved calendar, and this is what it looks like for those people who don't know yet and you haven't received it. So why astrology? Astrology can give you guidelines on a daily basis. I just want more and more people to use this practical knowledge, says Dr. Pillai. So that's what we want to do. We want to put into practice this soul's journey chart, and this is the chart. This is the map that it gets to use. So each one of us has a birth chart, a map. So our Father gave us the entry into this lifetime, and then we have a celestial map. We can navigate according to the stars, according to the divine beings. One of the biggest stars is the sun. So the sun is just so brilliant. It's moving from Taurus into the sign of Gemini. And so last month you may have reviewed, or you can just look back on if you didn't pay attention to it, but just look what happened in your life. Did you start to think about finances, saving them, or maybe you saw them dwindling? Maybe you put more credit, more on your credit card, so you got into debt. So our consciousness is ruled by the sun. The sun gives us the highest intelligence. Now, whether we use that intelligence wisely or not, well, hopefully when we pray to the sun, it also represents our soul. So when we pray to the sun in the sky, we're also praying to that sun within us, that soul within us. And then that soul's consciousness will ping us and say, no more spending, just like a father would. The father would tell you how to do things. Some of us didn't have that kind of father, but you can imagine, as the Father would want us to be in heaven, so he would want us to have all the comforts in life. So we get on a spiritual path to get that message loud and clear. And then, so the sun transiting into the sign of Gemini will help us to take risks. And they will be somewhat calculated risks, in that we will start to explore our self-empowerment, our self-authority. So the Father is the first authority figure as we come to the earth plane. The spiritual Father comes in and says, okay, you know, I'll help guide you, but you got to decide what you want. You have to have that high self-esteem to decide your inner authority is going to be expressing itself. Do you want to start a business? Do you want to get a second line of income? Do you want more in your life? Then you've got to go after that. And this is the time to do that. So the sun in Gemini will help you to either, pound the streets, or just do it like a beautiful musician would. So the sign of Gemini is the two people, and it's the male and the female. So the male has this club, and it's just pounding out all the negativity, saying, no way, I am not going to be stuck. I am not going to put up with low self-esteem or mediocrity or, things that I want to manifest. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm just going to break through those barriers. So he's got his club, and he's just bam, bam, he's breaking it. Of course, energetically, hopefully that's not happening in real life. But it can. If you can't control your anger, your frustration, your depression, you will kick and scream like a 2-year-old. So we don't want to do that. We want to be more harmonious, and we want our life to be very musical and instrumental. Like the woman, she's playing the harp. She's very caring. She's lovely. Celestial music is coming out of that harp. So Gemini is the sign of duality. So if we're not putting our attention and our focus on that inner self, on that knowingness that I need to be my own authority, I need to take charge, I have to have the highest self-esteem, I have to express whatever my astrology chart has said, because it's all about you. It's not something made up. It is what your soul's map is. So if you haven't had an astrology consultation, please get one. Someone may post the link to, find out how to sign up for an astrology consultation. But when you do, you can ask the astrologer very personal, specific questions about any area of your life. So as the sun is transiting the sun is transiting Gemini, then you may want to ask the astrologer, hey, what could I do as a side business? Is that something that is in my chart? Or what could I do as a business? Most astrologers will say, don't quit your day job. They would say, keep your day job until you have at least, Dr. Ply shares, at least 6 months of income saved. So whatever your day job is giving you, you have to have 6 months of income saved, so that you can go and explore getting a job, you could get another job. You could get a higher paying job with a promotion maybe, or a job that you like versus something that you had to do. So you might explore that. You might get into a business, or you might have a side income. The internet is just exploding with opportunities for you to make money. So explore it, take courses. So, Gemini is also about the intellect. It's ruled by the planet Mercury. So Mercury is all about communicating. It's all about healing energy. It's all about intuition. So your intuition is going to be very strong. So the sun is going to be shining and saying, hey, talk to your soul. It's going to know what you need to do and when you need to do it. But get the astrology consultation. If you've had one, then review it and find out, oh my God, what do I got to do here? I got to take risks. I got to get going. I can't wait around. I have to take action. So Gemini is a sign of mobility. It just wants to go right away. It's an air sign. So boom, boom, boom. It's not going to stay stuck. It doesn't want to stay stuck. You might have some issues with your siblings, your younger siblings, especially younger brothers perhaps, or maybe even younger people at your work, colleagues, or people on projects that you're working with, or even younger neighbors. Like if you live down the street from a high school, maybe the young kids are acting up. Someone threw a rock at my window yesterday. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting out on my deck, having a beautiful taking in of the sun, enjoying the sun's transit, praying, and all of a sudden I hear these 2 young teenagers, and the guy says, hey, throw the rock at our window. And I'm like, seriously? Really? And all of a sudden, it goes right by my head, hits the window, and it's like, whoa, okay. And then they just ran off like, I'm just going to get your attention. And what happened to me was, I was curious as to why they would do it. I wasn't upset. This was the thing. I thought, I'm not upset. I'm not scared. I'm just not sure what to do about this. So it will ask you to go inside and really look at that silly situation. Why didn't the window break? Why didn't it hit my head as it was, the trajectory was going across, this rock was going across so fast, and it was happening all at once? And then why didn't I go and report it? So I had, after the whole incident, I was sitting on my porch, still enjoying my lovely cup of coffee and enjoying the sun and doing some work on the computer. And so I just sat back and I thought, okay, go inside and ask your inner authority. Ask that fatherly figure inside of you, that masculine energy that would say, what is the wisest thing to do? And guess who came to mind? Christ. Jesus came and said, hey, do you care about people throwing stones at you? If it didn't harm you, it didn't harm your property, do you really care? Look what's going on in that kid. So that kid, or those two boys, there's something going on with them. Why would they want to just do that in broad daylight on their way to school, that it looked like they were late because I heard the bell ringing down the street? So it's like, you know, we try to bring in more wisdom, more compassion, more understanding. Not that we are like trying to be you know, better than anyone. We have to rise above every situation and see every situation. Now, this kid most likely is going to be thinking, oh my God, you know, what if she took a picture? What if she took a video? What would happen to me? You know, I would, and so this kid is probably going to be thinking, oh my God, if my dad finds out, I'm going to be doomed. And so the Christ consciousness came in and just said, you know, don't worry about it. This kid is already suffering. Send him love, send him support. So after that, I was free. I didn't think about it at all. And I don't think about it. And if it happens again, okay, I'll deal with it again. So we will find that we are doing things more wisely instead of going after battles that are just going to be, you know, troubling for people, causing more trouble when it was not a big deal. So then I thought, okay, thanks Christ, thanks Jesus. Okay, Dr. Pillai, what else would you say about this? And the message that came was, it's karma. So look in your life where you were throwing stones, maybe not literal stones, thought forms. What were those thought forms that were going out and harming people? Now, we have approximately 35 to 50 thoughts a day. And of those thoughts, most of them are related to family, work, our own hurling of bombs on ourselves because we are saying to ourselves, we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not beautiful enough, we don't have enough friends, we don't have enough money, we're ugly, we're all kinds of like rocks that are getting thrown at ourselves and at others in the form of thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts, they're like machine gun. They are just, you know, they're killing us, or they are dropping big bombs, nuclear warheads on others because they're loaded with emotions. So the father energy is also represented by the sun's energy. So the sun and our soul, the father, our spiritual father, our spiritual path, our practices. Astrology is the ability to see in. It's like has the sun's energy coming into us and lighting up our intellect so that we're firing on all cylinders and we're not reacting by our emotions or by our judgments or by whatever. You know, so you have that sense of right or wrong is kind of, we're in the gray. So the right and the wrong, or the right and the left, are extremes. And then there's the gray. Most of life is about the gray area, isn't it? It's not about the black and white, right or wrong. It's about how to navigate in the space, the gray area. So God the Father, Dr. Pillai, the spiritual father, your own father, your authority, your father figure inside of you that shares the genes of your father and the genes of the fathers who have gone before, the forefathers. Those genes are going to be speaking, and they're going to be telling you, hey, smarten up. This is a better use of your energy. And then you can check in. And maybe, like it was with me, Christ came, and then Dr. Ply came, and it was a karmic moment brought to you by, look what you do. Look what you have done unto others. And so you're pretty lucky. You didn't get hit in the head with a rock, and the window didn't break, so no damage. But it made me to get alert. Watch our thoughts. So this Saturday is also a fourth moon. The fourth moon on the waxing cycle is all about smashing coconuts. The fourth moon on the waning cycle is always about smashing coconuts, as well as the 14th moons, waxing and waning. So for those people who are like, what is she talking about, waxing and waning moons? As you look out in the sky tonight and you see there will be like a sliver of a moon, a crescent moon, and it's a fourth moon. Now, traditionally, in Hindu tradition, they say you shouldn't look at a fourth moon. So you can just know it's there. It's going to go on until tomorrow morning, very early in the morning. So the fourth moon in the waxing cycle and in the waning cycle, or the 14th in the waxing and waning cycle especially, are for busting coconuts. So if you have a coconut, then you can just imagine, so these are your two eyes here, and then this is your third eye. So these are your two eyes, this is your third eye, this is your head, this is your noggin, right? This is like this. So you will take this, and all your thoughts about your father, all your thoughts about right, wrong, good, bad, all the patterns of behavior that keep coming up, scarcity consciousness, I don't have enough, I am not enough, low self-esteem. Just think about it, low self-esteem. It's low, it's way down in your baby toe. Are you operating from your baby toe? Watch out, you will stub it and it will hurt. So you don't want to do that. You want to operate high. You want to go and get all the cylinders firing in your brain. And then what will happen is your intuition will become sharp, and you will act in a way that is compassionate, graceful, full of knowledge, full of understanding. And you'll just be like, wow, that was quick. I didn't waste any time or energy. Onward and upward. So that's the divine, and that's how things will play out. So what you can do with this coconut is you can take it, imagine it as you, or you can imagine it as Ganesha. So Ganesha is the ruler of the fourth moon, and he loves to smash, loves it when you smash coconuts, because he is the coconut. So we always have to have a surrogate. You wouldn't want to smash your head on the ground. So you take the coconut, and because Ganesha, it represents the coconut, you can get his energy cracked open through this coconut. So all your negativity is going to go into this coconut. You can put it on your eyes, you can put it on your ears. We've shown lots of videos about that. You can roll it around your head, you can roll it all over your body, especially those body parts that are painful. And then you take this coconut and go, you say, Ganesha, this is a fourth moon. This is for you. You have the ability. You're the king of obstacles. Like, you are the head. You're the highest. You have the highest self-esteem to bust obstacles, to bust stubborn karma, to absorb negativity that I feel so stuck in moving forward and expressing my highest self-esteem or my God consciousness, and that which is my birthright, to have everything that is here on the earth plane that I need. So God only knows what we need. He always gives us what we need, not always what we want. Because you know what happens? We go, I want this, I want this, I want this. Like a kid that's screaming to the mother. They go to Toys R Us, and then the mom finally gives it to the kid, and the kid puts it on a shelf. They don't do anything with it. And that's what we do. I want this, I want this. And then we go get it, and we shelf our relationships. We got the guy, got the girl, got the family, whatever. Okay, now we have this, I don't know, is that our birthright to disrespect it all? That's what happens though. Come on, we have to be true, right? And then, you know, or we get into the situation where we are like a doormat. Welcome to the karma. So again, it doesn't matter what the storyline is. We want to take this opportunity to smash a coconut in honor of Ganesha. So that's what you do. You can take the coconut, you can put it in a bag if you're in an apartment, and take it to somewhere where you can smash it outside, and then it's all inside the shopping bag. And so there's no mess or fuss or whatever. Some people have been very creative with hammers and so on. Those people who, like myself, I can just smash it out in the backyard. The neighbors probably think it's a gun going off. Not anymore, because they go off pretty much every week at some point or another, or days in a row. And the squirrels go and get them. They love it. So, you know, be discreet. So get a coconut, smash it. Someone was on sharing last night in the wee hours of the morning that she finally did it. She was like, nah, I don't think this is going to work. And then after some time, she just finally got up the courage to take the coconut and do the ritual. And she goes, and it was amazing. She goes, the energy that I had, I felt that obstacle. I felt that emotion that I'd been hanging on to that was disturbing me, dragging me down. It got released. And that's what happens. You do the thing and then you feel it. So that's how you know you're connecting with Ganesha, when you give him something to do and then you feel it. That's the blessing. So do that. If you don't have a coconut, you can take a lemon or a lime, and then you just take it, you roll it around, and then you can take a knife, you know, and then just cut it. So once you do, you just imagine this absorbing, this is Ganesha, you take it all around, roll it around your body, and then you can take a knife and just cut it, and then throw the pieces away. So that's all about Ganesha, and his energy is really strong on Sundays too. So it's going to align with, even though the fourth waxing moon will be over, at least here in New York calendar timing, Eastern Daylight Time. I'm here in Toronto, Canada, but we have the same time zone. So Father's Day is on a Sunday, obviously, and then Ganesha's energy is readily available on a Sunday. So if you miss today because you're out working or whatever you're doing, or you can't get a coconut, then definitely do it anytime. It's going up until 3 in the morning, it looks like. So please go ahead and do that. Or maybe it's just after, oh no, it's up till 5 in the morning. Need new glasses. So 5 in the morning, somewhere in that time frame, you can find a coconut, because this is the time for you to break all the obstacles that have been disconnecting you from the blessings from your father. Even if the relationship wasn't good, even if it doesn't exist now and he's still alive, then you do this and you ask Ganesha to connect at the soul level. Write your letter. Or you can write an email and send it. Hi, happy Father's Day. Oh my God, we'll totally freak him out. You know, or send a text if you have his number. And then just see what happens. Because you're just doing it not from your memory bank, because that's just karmic and that is suffering. So we want to do something to challenge our suffering. Because our suffering is taking over. It's making us to go stir crazy. All those thoughts, and you know, just talking about the father. I bet you there's people who are sad. I bet there's people who are thinking old memories over and over and ratcheting them and obsessing on them. It's all coming to the surface because the door is open and you've got to release all that. So this lemon, this coconut offering will take care of all that karmic cesspool, probably not only from this lifetime, but many lifetimes. And then he gave you the entry into this lifetime so that you would get on a high spiritual path and then be able to use this technology to not only help your own self be at peace and to prosper, but also you will know what it is, as Christ said, you have to forgive others, not once, not twice, a lot. It was in the 7s times 7 or something like that. The number 7 was involved, as it was stated in the Bible. But it's going to be an ongoing thing, because what is forgiveness? You are just giving. You're giving freedom for that person and for yourself. If you say, oh, well, I'm not going to forget. Okay, great. Don't. See how it goes. You know, you'll just be creating more and more dilemma, more and more karma, and you'll be right. That was terrible. But what are you going to do? We can't be 2-year-olds anymore. If you are on a spiritual path and you're kicking and screaming and being argumentative or being depressed or being unforgiving, you know, then you got to take a look at it and say, wow, is that spiritual? What are those spiritual laws again? Let me go look them up, right? So we can't do it because we're just so stuck on the history of it all. It's just ingrained in us. And it keeps pumping up from our DNA. So what we have to do is go to the divine, get the tools, and say, all right, I'm leaving this up to you. And that's called surrender. Here, just do that. Leave it up to them. They will do it, and you will feel better. So try it out. So like the woman last night who shared that she finally did the coconut busting, and some people have also shared over the weeks and months and years here together that they finally started to cut the limes and break the coconuts and do some of the do-it-yourself or at-home techniques that will help to push through some difficult thought processes, and because thought processes are karmic. So we want to get our thoughts down to maybe like, I don't know, 10. You will totally be connected to God. How? Because as the masters have shared, that when you're in the gap between thoughts, who's there? You watch a kid, they will just be like this. And they're glowing. Why? They are in the gap. They don't have too much to think about. They just want to get fed and get their toy and go play. Not too much going on, right? So what we want to do is we want to get into the gap, meaning not blank space. We want to get into potent space. So the gap really is our soul. And it's connected to all the souls everywhere on the earth plane, on other planes as well. So as above, so it is here, underneath this unit called you. So it's the covering of the soul. You have to wear it. It's much needed on the earth plane. But then you can let that soul shine so bright that it starts to go out and out and out and expand, and the light pours through you, and the light is the God or Goddess or Holy Spirit or Christ or some divine being. And the reason we relate to archetypes is because we've had many lifetimes with Christ, many lifetimes with Allah, many lifetimes with Shiva, many lifetimes with the nature spirits, many lifetimes with demons. Oh my God, really? Yes. And that all those thoughts are pumping into us from those lifetimes as a stream of consciousness. So we want to get out of it. It's coming, it's bombarding us from all directions. So we have to get into a gap that's kind of the eye in the storm of thoughts. So we're the eye in the storm. And then that energy is going to grow and spin that storm away. So we will have a protective force field. And if we didn't experience that from our fathers when we were growing up, we have our spiritual father, we have our connection through the spirit to the biological father on Father's Day. So Ganesha is going to smash the obstacles as you smash a coconut. And if you don't, you can imagine it. You can go on to Astroved, and they actually have virtual pujas. A puja is an offering that involves a coconut to a divine being. So you can just offer any coconut, maybe offer a coconut to the sun god, because that's the sun represents the father. And you can do that now while you're just waiting here. It just only takes 2 minutes. And there you just click on the little, you can offer incense and the light and some flowers and some fruits or foods, and then you can smash the coconut. And what I do is I keep smashing the coconut and smashing the coconut until I feel like, something broke through. So virtually you can do it, and then you can do it in your imagination. As Einstein has said, and I'll paraphrase, like imagination is more powerful than intellect. So you can think all you want, but when you put an image of what it is that you want, that is way more powerful. That will get you going. That will get your juices flowing. The idea is more powerful than the thinking around it. The thinking is the storm. So we want to have that potent gap where we are accessing our highest self, and then we're getting the blessings from the Father coming from our genes. Where if we did a gene scan of our whole body, we have billions of them. So get those genes happening, get them up to that high self-esteem. Get the blessings from your Father, regardless of what the relationship was, or has been, or can be, or if they're gone to other realms, then God bless them. What if they're suffering? They're upside down, and you know that they're hanging upside down for bad karma. Do you want that to continue? Do you want to be the judge of how long that person should suffer? God, they got enough going on. You know, they had to birth you. So just go and do the thing that can help them. And then they can go to heavenly. They will be like, I love you so much. In fact, those beings, those spirits, those souls that are part of our lineage, when we do any Tarpanam on a daily basis, we can offer this little mixture that we shared last week, which is there it is. So you've got a little bit of rice powder, and then there's some black sesame seed, there's a coin there, and then some cut up darba grass. Although you don't need the darba grass, you can use it. We just did it because it was a new moon. So especially the new moon is a powerful time to connect with the ancestors. Your father might have come through the new moon, or your grandfather, or someone related to your father. So you can see that is the Tarpanam. Last week I had it in my left hand, so I'll correct. It should be in the right hand when you're offering. I was trying to do it in my left hand because I'm not so great at pouring water with my left hand. So I'll just use it here for purposes where you can see how it is. It's so super easy. You just pour a little bit of water on this Tarpanam mixture, and then you just say, this is for my father, if he is passed. If he is still alive, that's okay. This is for my grandfather. This is for my great-grandfather and all those greats in the lineage. Please take this offering. Feel your heart. Feel your heart pounding in your chest and maybe in your throat, or your head is pounding. That is the connection to your lineage. So we offer this to you to take. This is what you need to come out of suffering, be released into the light, into higher realms. And as you evolve into higher realms and you're released of your suffering or relieved of your suffering, then please bless me and all the family members in the lineage here on the earth plane. And then you just take it, and then you can just pour the, I just get a little bowl. So you just pour the rest of the water. I'll try to do this without spilling it. And then you just imagine all the sins, all the mistakes, all the problems being washed away into the bowl. Imagine all your problems with your dad being washed away. Your granddad, your great-granddad, if you knew him. Or if you knew he's suffering because of his karmic misdeeds. They were mistakes. There's even a flower. Look at that. Blessings. The green flower is associated with Mercury and also Lord Vishnu. Vishnu is the god of the heavens. So this was in this cup. I don't know why it was there, but the god will show you. So it has been accepted. Then you can just take that and then just discard it, put it outside or down the drain. And so that's the tarpanum. So I said I wasn't going to do it, but hey, I'm in the flow, and the divine wanted this to happen. So you do tarpanum between sunrise and sunset, wherever you are in the world. Do it today, especially. And then connect with Lord Ganesha to remove all the obstacles, because he also is your soul's spiritual father. All gods are. Christ is. Allah is. Everybody is. Because they have evolved and they're clearing the path. They have an authority, a higher authority. So we want to feel that energy. We want to feel that protection. We want to feel that divine love, that guidance, that wisdom that comes through those eyes of those who have gone before, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. So Father's Day weekend, big talk. Then we have Shasti. Shasti means 6, and it is happening on Monday. And Skanda is Lord Muruga. I don't have a handy statue here nearby. However, I have his veil. And it's related to the lemon. So get a bag of lemons, get a few of them. So you can take this veil, which represents what? Your third eye. So we need this veil to open up the third eye. The veil is a divine weapon. It's got Om on the one side, and then these are the 3 lines that traditionally you put with the white sacred ash, you put it across, and then the kumkum, the red, is in the middle. So this is what is going to activate high self-esteem. It's going to get rid of karma that has been passed on through your lineage, and you have to experience it, or obsessive thinking, or any demonic forces. Demonic meaning that there are spirits in the spirit world. There are restless spirits. Whether you believe it or not, you will at some point have encounters with them. How will you know? Because you won't feel good. You will just be mad for no reason. Or you will have lots of reasons to be mad, but you will obsess on it and you won't be able to get rid of it. That's a demon. So it's in the spirit world, it's pumping those thoughts into, you should be mad at that kid. Run after that kid and take that rock and bash him on the head. You know, or something crazy like that. Or go get him into trouble. Call the police. You know, just go torture that child. Oh God, you know, who didn't do stupid stuff when you were a kid, or even as an adult, right? As we mentioned. So this veil will take care of those thoughts. So what you can do with the veil is you can just take the tip of the veil, and sometimes we have copper veils, although I don't have one nearby. No. So you can just take the tip of the veil and then just slice the skin of the lemon, and then you just put the veil in the lemon. That's it. That's all you do. Why? Because it's a spiritual tool. You don't need to know how your car, the workings of your car engine. You just need to stick the key in the ignition and start, right? Or some people don't even have keys. They just push the button and it starts. So you don't have to know how it all works. Just do the thing. So this will be very good for you to do, to connect with Lord Muruga on Monday. And then also every Tuesday, we talked about this several times. Tuesday is going to be, although it's not a sixth moon, Tuesday is a good day to connect with Lord Muruga. So that's why I said, buy a bag of lemons today, at least like 4 or 5, 6 maybe. And then do a lemon today, tomorrow, and then a couple on Monday and Tuesday. These are very powerful days for Lord Muruga. So we want to get his grace and blessings, because why? He'll open our third eye. When the door of the third eye opens, then you don't have karma. You don't have karma. Divine thoughts come in and miracles happen. So there's no karma with miracles. They're just spontaneous happenings. And they are natural birthright if we can access that knowledge or that key that opens or unlocks the door to the third eye. So we get that third eye open, and then things can happen very easily. And when it opens, it will wash away or any negativity, and it will also reconnect us to our brain. Our brain will connect to our highest self, our high self-esteem, our highest ability, knowledge that is instantaneous. So do that, and you'll release a lot on the 6th moon, and also on Monday, and then into Tuesday. Nataraj Abhishekam is a time where Lord Shiva takes the form of this dancing being, God being, and he has the ability to dance away any negativity. So he has got the fire, the flames around him. It's purifying any negativity from coming and spoiling the dance. So he does this a few times a year, and Tuesday is one of those times. Happens to be an 8th moon as well, 7th moon. So you're going to get blessings from the rishis, blessings from the saints, and the sun on the 7th moon. And then into the 8th moon is going to get the blessings of Durga, who is the consort or the counterpart of this ferocious Shiva, who is in the dancing form. And he will just dance the destruction away, the negativity. And then also he will be giving you pumping in thoughts to recreate your better reality. So he'll pump in positive thoughts, and maybe some ideas will come to you that you've had in the past and you said, no, it's not, never going to happen. So the never going to happen is playing out. So you just have to rip that away. And you say, yeah, it's going to happen. It is happening. And then he has the ability also to pump in thoughts that you can sustain it. You know how to protect your manifestation. You know how to do it. So knowledge isn't something that you acquire necessarily on the spiritual path through our means of, reading and writing and academia and searching on the internet and wasting a lot of time. It's instantaneously with the blessings during Nataraj Abhishekam. Abhishekam is like a spiritual bath. So the Vedic specialists, or if you have a Nataraj at home, you can do it at home. So the Vedic specialists or yourself, you will do, pour some milk, pour some juice, pour some water, pour some honey, pour some yogurt maybe, pour some more milk on this sacred object, and you will imagine it washing away all your mistakes or sins. Sins, as Dr. Ply shares, are mistakes, and then they are also, you missed the mark. You missed those opportunities, so don't miss anymore. So it's not about missing because your intelligence isn't sharp. So you don't have to go to school and be a PhD. In fact, that will be actually challenging, because you will be so much in your logical mind that you could negate it. It's not to say that you won't. It's just something when you have so many things going on in your mind, and then you will just say, is that right? Is that, you'll take more weight on the logical or rational side of things, and you will only get a part of it because it's a ration of what is possible. So God is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. It's everywhere. It's all knowing and it's all powerful. And it happens when you open the door. So we're going to open the door to this Nataraj that will come in and do this dance on Tuesday. And then looking at summer solstice, that's a good time. So the sun is going to be really powerful this week. And then next week we'll come together. It'll be in Ekadashi, which is 11th moon, and that's all about Vishnu, starting on Friday and then into Saturday. So that's the forecast. That's what the Heads Up Power Time is all about in this week ahead. If you want to find out, Irma is saying in Spanish. Okay, I can't speak Spanish, but I think it has to do with, there is a Spanish YouTube. Maybe that's what it is. If you can write it in English, that was, oh, okay, was giving the Spanish language links to Irma. Okay, great. Thanks, Radha. So, wow, we're so lucky. So, what we want to do now is, after all this blah, blah, we can get into a state of receptivity where we're going to experience it. Someone's just asking about a Shiva Lingam. So this is a Shiva Lingam. You can, if you don't have a dancing Shiva with all the flames and all that, the circle around him, you can take a Shiva Lingam, and you definitely can pour the milk, juice, and water on the Shiva Lingam, even if you just have a little bit of water. Again, this is super easy, right? So you can just take it, and it's going to be on my hand because I don't have a plate. And then you just can pour a few drops. And you can just say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I told you, my left hand is just like this silly nut. Okay, so we'll go like this. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So when you do that, it will do you a world of good, because you are using the symbol of the universe. It's also like a cross. In Christianity, it has a vertical and it has a horizontal. So this is a universal symbol, and you can see it through all cultures and places and belief systems. And we don't have to get into all that. You can do your own Google searching and find out the cross, the Shiva Lingam, and the significance. And then you will be having peace of mind. Hey, that's what I'm doing here. I'm just living out a lifetime of remembering these are good technologies to use to help you to get in alignment with your highest self, and stop doing the side thing, because that's a shiny thing. And look what happens when you do this. You go in a horizontal, you say no to God. You want to say yes to God, your highest self. So you're always looking up. All right. So let's get into, we'll answer all your questions, those people who have posted on chat. Don't worry about it. We're going to do that after the meditation. First and foremost, let's get into the meditation, because meditation is like medication. It's like a vacation from our challenges or all our problems. So we get into a stream of consciousness that is way more powerful. And then, having brought in all these energies, all this intelligence, it's pinging us. You have to be able to feel your angels around you. Even the Bible says Each one of us, when we come into the earth plane, we have at least 2 angels. We have at least 2 angels. Are you even in touch with those guys? Probably not. Even if you're a meditator, no, I don't believe in angels. You have them. Just they're hanging out, ready to do stuff for you. So you get in a stream of consciousness, meaning the door opens up to your highest self, going up, and then you're going also deep into yourself, into your soul. So if you feel like, oh my God, I'm going all over the place, great, your soul is taking you on the journey that it needs to take you. And it might be a tornado, it might be a big storm, but just if those scary moments come up or those irritating moments come up, just know it's getting spun out, okay? Or like a stream, you can, like a river, or, you know, fast flowing water. You can just imagine it going over those rocks. Maybe it's a big waterfall. Maybe it's Niagara Falls. And it's pounding, you know? But just know that has a lot of power, a lot of energy to wash away your karmic challenges. Some issues with the Father might come up, and that is good, because better to come up than to be stuffed in you and growing and growing and growing and growing like a weed. And then it grows and grows, and all of a sudden you're an ugly garden and you want to be a beautiful garden, right? So everything is up to us. We'll call on the Sun to come in and connect us to the Father, and also our soul, to grow that authority, that higher authority, that intelligence, that wisdom inside of us. Without the Sun, nothing grows. Zippo, zero, no earth plane. So we want to really pay attention to the Sun and thank the Sun. Even if you do that every day, just get up and go, thanks, Sun, and then get on with your miserable day. Or get on with a happy day because the Sun made you smile, right? So just start to do those kinds of little simple things that those divine beings and your angels will say, yay, you're here, you're really on the spiritual path, because you know, you feel, you see. That's how it is. So let's go see what happens. Close your eyes. The moment you close your eyes, it's like putting the shades down. It gives you a break. It gives you a break from your everyday life that is causing you to think too much. If your eyes are closed, you're not thinking too much. You're going inside. You're going gentle inside. The thoughts are going down. And then those of you who are going to stay, well, this is the part of the call where we can have some discussion, shared experiences, get your questions answered. Just going to pull up the chat. So as you're slowly coming back to yourself, you can feel the energy that has been created by the divine, your highest self. So I'm just looking at the chat. Eunice, you have your hand up. Would you like to say something?
Yes, I am so overwhelmed. I feel so shaky. I don't know. It's something that I've never felt. Thank you very much.
Great. Are you okay, Eunice? Do you need to, maybe take some water or have a little bite to eat?
No, I'm fine. I'm hot. I am sweating. I am tingling. It's just the best feeling ever. I haven't felt like this, and I just feel that it's the best feeling. I'm even crying. I've been crying throughout, although I joined you very late and I'm in South Africa, but it's the most peaceful experience I've ever had, and I am so honored and thankful.
Oh, You're very welcome, Eunice, and God bless you, and God bless your Father's Day celebration.
Thank you very much, and God bless you all. God bless you, Dr. Pillay. God bless everybody from the foundation and everybody.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Eunice. And those people who did have an experience like that, where you feel a little bit shaky, it's like a rocket ship. You went into your highest self and also your deep space within. So that is like taking a rocket ship ride. So you are going to have that rocking feeling. Maybe you felt your chakras rock in a way that they haven't, or maybe you exploded into billions and billions of pieces, trillions of pieces, light particles of yourself, blasting away all the negativity and connecting with the highest consciousness that you could have today. So just take care of yourself. Self-care is most important. If you're on a rocket ship, you went pretty fast, pretty high, and in a short time. So you're going to feel a little bit off. Make sure you take water. Make sure that you take something to eat to ground yourself, and then don't do too much, because you don't want to lose that lovely experience. You want it to be there with you all the time today, or as much as possible. So tap into that. You got your cup filled, as they say. So your soul's intelligence is very happy. It got its thirst quenched. Even if you didn't know that was going to happen, like we all don't know what's going to happen. But when Dr. Pillay comes in and he embraces us, we just know we're in for a good ride and we're going to be safe. So when you come out of that, keep enjoying it and then take care of yourself. So Rachel? Rachel, did you want to share something? Rachel Knighton, I think it is.
Shit, I didn't even know I was on.
Oh, should I put you off?
Yeah, put me off. I'm sleeping.
Okay, great.
I didn't know I was on. I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. Did you go deep?
I always go deep. I'm in California. It's still like early.
Great.
Okay. I'm sorry. How do I get off of here?
I'm going to put you on mute. God bless you and have a happy Father's Day weekend.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Night, night. That's awesome. And that's what happens. Sometimes we go so deep, even if it is early in the morning or late at night, or you've had no sleep. Like a lot of us who are on Sri Brizzy Immersion program, we are up till, God, I don't know, like 4 or 5 in the morning for me anyways, and then back up and it's like all this energy is available. So you may fall asleep and then all of a sudden you wake up as that energy is integrating into you. You'll find that you have this burst of new energy. So that can happen. Or you could sleep the day away and it might be something that you need to do because maybe you went under anesthetic, you got knocked out by the divine to do some extractions of congested negative energy that's no longer serving you. I'm not sure if the number 1, 2, 3 wants to say anything. You're at the top of the screen. So if you want to, you can share. If not, then I'll just know that you're 1, 2, 3 up there. So reading the chat, it sounds like oh, everybody enjoyed it. That's mostly what people are sharing. Beautiful, amazing, thank you. Happy Father's Day. Lovely glimpses of, oh, someone glimpsed Hayagriva. That's amazing because Hayagriva is the guru for Saraswati. So Hayagriva is the guru for Sucharita Saraswati. So that's my namesake by Dr. Pillay. So Hayagriva was probably there making sure, okay, you get out of the way, I'm here, I'm the light coming through. So I'm very happy about that confirmation. As Dr. Pillay shares, when we are there, so our mind is there, who's not? We're edging God out, right? So we are pushing away God. If God isn't, if you're there, God's out. If God's in, you're out. Better to be you out, because that's unlimited. It is so limited. It doesn't know how to do miracles. Ginny,
Yes, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I
How are
just
you?
wanted to share. I'm pretty good. I just wanted to give you a visual. You know when you have a tablecloth on the table and you just pull the tablecloth off and it goes whoosh?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to my body. It felt like somebody was pulling the tablecloth out from underneath my feet and my whole body jolted. But I felt this rush of energy being pulled from me. I was like, oh, wow. So I just wanted to share, maybe you can, I don't know what that was.
It sounds like a sweep of the Holy Spirit just got into you and shook you up.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, a sweep. That's what it was, a sweep. Okay. No complaints. I was just wondering.
Yeah. And that's what it is, right? We want to experience the speed of the divine, because miracles happen like this, right? Instantaneously, even before we can think. It's just happening. So we, in a meditation, when we get into that stream of consciousness, we're locked on, we're in the zone, we're ready to take off. You know, Houston, we're ready to take off. So it's like this sweeping of energy. It's like, and then
Right.
we're gone. So it's like pulling, you know, having that sense of you're shooting up, you're lifting off.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny. Enjoy. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
I'm finding I'm having a very hard time focusing on the meditations for the Fire Lab and Power Time practice. I go in and out. It's like sorry, I have to pull this down a bit. Oh, I'm half listening and half dreaming, although I don't know what I'm dreaming about. Oh my God. You also hear voices. That's amazing. Elizabeth, is it? Yeah. That's what meditation is. You're out of your body, you're out of your mind, and you're in a stream of consciousness where you're half in and half out. That's where you want to be. You want to be in this kind of lucid state. Okay, I'm in the spirit world. I'm in my body. I know that. But I got to let go of it to get into the spirit world. So you're doing great if you're coming in and out. So that can be something that is at a beginner level. It can be something that happens along the way, time to time. But once you tap in and you start to resonate with that stream of consciousness, like you would when you get into a boat in the river, right? You're a little bit shy at first and you're like, okay, am I going to go? Am I going to go? And then you just get into the stream, the rapids just take you over, and then you're in that stream of consciousness and you're in for the ride, right? So you can be like, oh, I'm aware and I'm alert, but whoa, this is a rush of energy. I'm in the zone. So good for you, Elizabeth. There's nothing wrong with that. It's awesome. And then you said you heard a male voice. That was probably Dr. Ply coming through. He's the one who's empowering you. I'm just the mouthpiece. Okay. And then too, when you come out of a meditation or a dream state, you know, it can be like a daydream. Am I here? Am I not? Like, what is the reality? So dream state is a way you can work out some karmas. So karma is, because dreams are very strange, right? They're very bizarre, and cut pieces are part of it. And they're like, how do they all these pieces fit together? And sometimes they don't. They're just things that are coming up from our baby toe, or that's been pushed down for so many years, and maybe relating to Father's Day and relationship with the father. And so that is just coming up and just making no sense at all, but it's congested energy. It's blocking your spiritual and material progress. So it's coming up, and then it's just ping, like you would in a dream. No, I'm out of there. I'm not going to go see that scary monster, you know? Or if you do go and visit the scary monster, then you will like say, okay, enough. I'm going to just put love on you because this is a dream. And if I put love, that overrules everything. Somebody else, Elizabeth, did you want to share something? You popped up on the screen, so I'm just wondering. So let's see. Oh, Brizzy Energy Goddess. I love that. I'm so happy I was finally allowed to join your power time practice. Aw, that's great. The link for the virtual coconut smashing. Roger. Okay, so I'm not sure if anyone is on here that knows how to access. You go on to astroved.com and then you can go under free tools, I believe it is, or free tab, and then you can just click on virtual puja. Maybe someone here will post it. Oh, you don't see it there. Radha, if you're here, would you mind to post the link, or maybe Yagna, my fabulous angels? Great meditation. Glad it did not start at 10 a.m. It did start at 10 a.m., but the meditation usually takes a while until whoever is coming through is said what they want to say to set the stage. No use doing a meditation if you don't know who you're going to be talking to, right? It's like you get an invitation to a party ahead of time so you know what the party's all about. So meditation is like a party with the gods. We want to find out how to have a good time with them and also what they can do for us, and then celebrate with them, connect with them, dance with them for a bit. And then when the party's over, we come back. And then we know we connected deeply with our soul today, sounds like. And then Arutparam Jyoti, that is the forgiveness mantra. It is the most compassionate, most merciful, most intelligent. It's the three omnis, omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. So it's God-packed. So it will do what you cannot do, right? Like me, I couldn't get the virtual puja, and as soon as I said, it's God, Radha posted the link for the virtual pujas. And then you can also get the apps on your phone. That's awesome. So go to the app store on Astroved and then download the app for the virtual puja, the Hora Watch, and you can just go click on the virtual puja and then do it throughout the day because you got your phone with you. So you can do that. Elaine, did you want to share something?
Yes. Hi, how are you? And thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For the meditation today. What I was going to share was the past 4 days leading up to this just phenomenal meditation you just did, if I can, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it started midweek. You know, we had the new moon, and I have been doing, Sri Brizzy Day. I've been doing all the immersion part practices all day, in the night, in the sleep, in the morning. I mean, it's a 24/7 thing. And also in my meditations, of course, calling Ganesha, which I just love. But what started happening was my Kundalini, or the root chakra, or not the root chakra, but the base of the spine chakra, started lighting on fire to where I could not sit. And I knew and understood that it was blocking, that was major. The energy was building, but I was squirming in my chairs constantly to where I could not finish a meditation, whether it was with Dr. Pillai, or whether it was my meditation, or whether it was re-listening to some that you've done. It didn't matter. So it kind of got comical. And then I remembered, it was, talking about pants on fire.
I'm glad you said it.
But I found an old power time that you had done and you done it today when you call on Ganesha and you do the and you go the heart, all right. Because when I was asking the guides, what should I do? They brought that to me. I went and found one of the I'm so excited I can't even talk hardly. Meditations. So I started doing that and asking Ganesha to kind of, go ahead and let this, I wanted it to go. I wanted the blockages to clear, and it did. So by last night, by the Fire Lab, things had by that point settled down. Now, through this, I did go on emotional ups and downs. Prior to this just burning sensation, I was literally being in other places of my heart's desires. It was really strange, and that went on for about a week, that I could walk through the house and then all of a sudden I would be where my heart's desire would like to be, or things that would like to take place, things that I desire. And so that was wonderful. So leading on up, last night during the Fire Lab, for the first time, finally, because I love it when people share that they see things, that they experience stuff, because that gives me hope that if I keep just putting one foot in front of the other, I too may get to experience that. So last night's fire, I would, for the first time, saw the blue in the flames. And of course, I saw people make comments. If I saw the blue, I saw the blue. And I was sitting here in my chair just going, I saw, oh, you know, so I got to see the blue, for which to me was Vishnu. Yes. And, okay, so there, whenever you do, and I will, you know, I always ask the guys to forgive me because I don't always pronounce these words correctly yet. I'm still working on that. But when you were doing the, oh, cheapers, creepers, there goes my brain. Kuli, the ascension sound vibrations.
Arutparam Jyoti.
That one. Now, when you're chanting it, I can chant right behind you and I'm cool, but my brain just won't. But anyway.
Of course.
Okay, the brain. But when you were chanting that, and I was chanting with you today on that, is I always try to chant so I can learn. But when I was chanting it, to the right of my computer, where I'm at right now, is my meditation table. It's where Ganesha and Lakshmi and all them are. There was this huge, it was like someone just bammed on that wall. It was, I mean, and when it happened, I turned and looked and just smiled, not fully understanding what all that means, but I just knew whatever it was a good thing.
Oh, okay. Great.
And I mean, it was just, it was letting, you know, whatever was being released, got released. I don't know. I don't understand. And from even my ancestral teachings from, you know, before me meeting Dr. Pillai, anytime something like that happens, I don't try to get into a mental analyzation of it, that it just got released. And because, you know, for the past 3 or 4 days, I have been struggling with, do my guides hear me? Do these, when I say guides, I mean the archetypes. I mean,
yeah, for sure. Angels.
They hear me, you know, am I just bellowing or crying into the wind? And so for the past, once my little Kundalini out the base of the spine finally started, and that still burns some, but not like it was. I'm now beginning to, I'm now beginning to recognize the past couple of days of, since the Fire Lab and today, that they are hearing me, that what prayers I am sending out are being answered. Because in being on this path with Dr. Pillai and the karma and my pet lemon that I carry with me every day, they're my pet lemon because they sacrifice, the things that have been changing the most has been internal. External, I've not seen any shifting in clients or finance or none of that yet. So that's why it was beginning to become important for me whether they were hearing me or not, and that what blockages are there are being removed. So anyway, I just thank you. I just love you dearly. I mean, you're just, you know, I mean, all of you are at the Pillai Center. Judy, you know, I've emailed Judy and God bless her. She sends back going, you know, hang in there. Because sometimes you feel like you're out on a limb by yourself and going through something.
Yeah, for sure.
And, living with my 87-year-old mom, she loves Ganesha. She loves locksmith, although she doesn't understand. She walks by, and if I'm in the kind of a way where she doesn't see, she's 87. The way she doesn't see me, she'll walk up and just gently touch and smile at
Oh,
the
that's so
statue.
sweet.
She is. I mean, she's just like, she just came through mouth cancer and, so, survived and cancer free and da da da. But anyway, I mean, so anyway, because I don't.
That's happening on the outside then. There's something
Oh
happening.
God, yeah, that was 2.5 years ago. And no, let me tell you, no, I was calling on guides and everybody when she was going through that, because she went through 9.5 hours of surgery.
Yeah.
And she was, she's 88. I'm sorry. She turned 88 in January. She was 86 when she had the surgery, and she's cancer free. They had to take part of her tongue, out. But I mean, and she and I both went through the aspect of, she kept saying, because I looked at her and I said, Mom, this cancer doesn't belong to you. And she looked at me and she goes, no, it doesn't. It's not mine. And she and I together, because what a man thinketh, so he becomes, has been my mantra for years. And she would literally write, even when she was in rehab with a trach and she couldn't eat, she kept writing on pieces of paper, this does not belong to me. She's just unreal. She understands on a level beyond words. So anyway, but it's been since that the business, I had to stop working for those years, and I'm limited being able to work now, that I'm trying to turn the finances back around is what, and it's my stuff, because I've had astrology done, and even when I've done my Bosy charts, everything shows that Jupiter, Mercury, even Saturn, which I love Saturn, all of them are in great alignment. Saturn's a little on the slow side right now, but it's in great alignment. And yet I looked around going, okay, so it is me. Something is within me, or around, something's blocking me. Because if the astrology say it and everything else says it, it's me. So I'm really emerged in whatever it is, because it used to not be that way. It only happened, about 3 years ago. That's why I thought it might have been Saturn, but it's apparently not. So it is something that I have, that surfaced, that I've got to learn. I've got to be able to, not I, but they get rid of. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. I thank you, and I thank everybody on here that shares. I just love you guys. I love these times. They're very special to me. So anyway, thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Elaine. And here's the thing, you might explore, because it sounds like this Kundalini experience was purifying right at the new moon when the ancestors come in. And when you were saying that your mom said, this is not mine, and you said it's not hers either, the cancer, it's true. It's coming from somewhere in the lineage. It's woken up inside of us. We all have, all of us, every single human being on the earth plane right now has 50-50% of getting cancer. Now, don't freak out, but it is coming because it's a collective consciousness. It's a collective demon, this cancer gene pool message getting pumped into us. So chances are that one of us, one in two, is going to have that bombard them. If you're on the spiritual path, you can not allow it to come in. So it sounds like it came from the collective unconscious, or it can come from the lineage. And that is going to pump into our brain that this is yours, you got to do it. And you're, no, it's not mine. So thank you so much for sharing that, Elaine, because that's what we need to do. We need to say no. We need to say no to all those things that are disturbing us. We don't say no to the good things. We don't say, oh, I can never have. You have to say, yes, I have a beautiful life. I am putting it on my laptop or on my phone, all the visions, I'm going to save all, I'm going to bookmark all those links to the house that I want, to the car that I want, to the relationship, what that looks like that I want, to, you know, health that I want. I'm going to have that, my virtual reality. Or you can create a vision board. You know, I have a physical one right here in my puja room. I don't come into my puja room without looking at that board. And even if I just glance at it, that is coming into my consciousness. All those images of who I am and who I am going to be manifesting, and everything around me that is going to be there. And I feel it because I'm like, whoa, there it is again. Yay, there's my gift. I'm getting ready to be aligned with that. So if things aren't happening for you, there's something inside of you that you just have to move that Kundalini, fire yourself up, get connected to your ancestors. Again, start doing and continue to do the ancestor Tarpanam ritual every day between sunrise and sunset, at least once. It takes seconds once you have it set up. And then you just do that every day, like brushing your teeth. We brush our teeth like 2-3 times a day. We can do Tarpanam once, right? So do your Tarpanam. You can just have this little thing. This is what I have. Just a little, it's like a shot glass. And it reminds me of my lineage who owned bars and restaurants and hotels, you know? So it's like a shot glass to them. You know, you can have this now, be free. So, you know, you can have your coin in there like I have. It's all in a little mix right there. So you just put like a coin size amount in your little water and you're done. And you can say the prayer however you want. It's you. It's your intention to release the suffering of your ancestors so that they can bless you. Because life on the earth plane is suffering, and it's even more so on other planes because they can't do remedies. You can do remedies here for them. So, and then that will help you to feel what real forgiveness is. We can speak, oh, I forgive. Oh, yes, I let the past be the past. But you're inside, you're just like full of crapola, you know? And that's how you know when the Kundalini is fired up. It's ready to go and root out, burn away, purify, kick out anything that you are denying that you have. And that's the Satguru. Satguru means the guru of truth. Guru is dispeller of darkness. So removes the darkness, so opens the door, and you see the light. You see the truth. And what happens with the truth? It sets you free. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. You have the ability to just lose all that. You don't have any more left, and you are in truth. So not that you throw everything out, all your belongings and so on, but look at it and say, is this holding me to a bad memory? If so, get rid of it once and for all. Okay, that seems to be it on the chat. Unless I scrolled over your message or your comment. Oh, someone was asking about an astrologer. Wally Wells is a great astrologer. Also Lolita Donatella Ryback is a good astrologer. Also Vijaya Lakshmi is a good astrologer. Also all the astrologers are very good. It just depends on what you resonate with. So how we do it and how Dr. Pai shared is you can, if you don't know, then just tap on your forehead. Just tap, 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 and then you will know who you want to go for. Deb, hi, how are you?
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Great meditation. It took me a while to come out of it. It took me a long time. I was up there floating. The question I have for you is that, how long will the sun be in Gemini, and when does it start?
Sun in Gemini just transited yesterday. No, actually, this morning at 2:22.
And how long will it be there?
A month.
Oh, a whole month. Okay. Okay. And then the next thing is, when we do the Shri Brazil immersion, And Dr. Price says to say Shrimpers mentally down in the throat. Should we be visualizing a pink light when we do that?
Whatever comes to you. You can be, because Lakshmi is pink. So you can do that. If it helps you to connect with the body parts where as he's guiding you, then you just trust that if the light comes, that's Lakshmi showing. If a vision of her comes.
Because I was thinking, when you do Tirali the Comptum, you're doing it in the throat and you're visualizing a blue light when you're doing that.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine,
So
Deb.
So you don't really need to visualize a light?
You don't need to do anything. You just need to focus on the back of the throat. So in the throat and in the back. With Tirni Lakantam, you're focusing on the whole throat, the whole neck, the shoulders, the chest, the upper back.
Oh. Tirani Comptum. So the Tirani Comptum is more in the front then?
It's the throat, the whole throat. So the throat,
throat
and the neck, the front, the back, the sides, the shoulders. This is the weight of the world is on our shoulders. The karmic weight is where we carry it, and it's close to here because we speak either to ourselves or to others. And when we do that, it's coming from thoughts that are getting pumped into us, and then we speak and then we act, and that's karma.
Okay, and so when you're doing the Shrimpers, is that going down towards the center, right down the center of the throat?
Yeah, right into the throat. So get a picture, Deb. Go on to do Google search and get a side view of a throat. Just put throat in the search and then go look at it. And then you will see where the image of the throat, and then you will have that image so that you will feel it inside. But again, you don't have to do that either. Just trust that the goddess is taking you there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome, Deb. Happy
Great
Father's Day.
meditation. Oh my gosh, that was so wonderful.
Good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You feel happy?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like your Saturday. This is just fabulous.
Oh, it's great to have you, Deb. Thank you so much for your question. Jeanette, oh my God, I hope I'm not saying Jeanette.
Yeah, you said it right. Thank you.
Oh, how are you?
Fine, thank you. I am very fine. I am in gratitude right now. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you for the meditation, what you did today.
Welcome.
Thank you for yesterday's Fire Lab. And there's a reason why I am feeling so much gratitude, because something happened this past few days since I heard about the Tarpanam. And I did Tarpanam one day 3 times, like on the new moon day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought there was a lot of clouds or just wall in my head. I couldn't understand where my brain has got. I mean, I couldn't hear or I couldn't feel the activities going on in my brain. So there was just blank, or like there was only wall there. And then I just sat and waited for it to go over. Then I thought maybe it was taking a long time, and then I said this Rama Rama Rama. Poof, then I was up on my feet and doing things and other activities. So there was some benefit or something has happened on that Tarpanam to my ancestors, all of them, from my mother and my father's side. I called all of them, and I offered the energy. So I think it was some things have lifted. And today, when we were talking about the ancestors, I could also get into more. I remembered more of the activities with my parents, my father, for example, things that I've forgotten and that has also been a part of the energy in this lifetime, which I didn't know where it was coming from. So today was good thing, and I am going to do more Tarpanam, which I think is going to lift all this and bring me further. And another thing I wanted to say was the lights on the fire lab yesterday, they were still on all the time from the beginning. And I thought maybe I'm imagining this. Why is it today also? And it was a lot. And I was very happy. This other gentleman said, oh, he could see the lights, the colors today. Okay, then I haven't imagined it. Then he also saw it. So it was a good feeling because it was so huge last time. And I became a little doubtful if that was really the situation or I just have imagined it. And yesterday also, Vishwamitru was very visible, very active. And sometimes I thought I could see him also in the fire itself. And that was very nice. And the other thing that surprised me was, like a few days ago, I was browsing through the YouTube of Dr. Pillai, and then something got my attention regarding Murugai. And another video where he was talking about this joy, yeah, the one about you said today and yesterday. Yeah, but that one got really a reaction within me. So I was very excited. So I sat down and listened to it. At first, he was explaining it in English and in Tamil. And then I found out more. I learned, and then I wrote it down and I said it, and I said it together with him. And when I got this Fire Lab, the list of the
mantras
to print, yeah, it was there. And I thought, what? Are these people looking
it's
through
good
what
that
I...
you bring this up, Ganet, because the mantra is the being. So people think that the saying that they are two separate things. The mantra is the being, just like you are Ganet. You are the being.
But I was surprised because I thought I was looking through it and I was curious and it was on the list. Why are they looking also through what I am looking? I thought there was something, but so then it is like today I understand it's a synchronicity. Of course, this was like, these days are the days of the Guru Purinama or the new moon, and these things are very actual to be reckoned with or to recognize. And so I shouldn't be really surprised, but I was very grateful that someone is guiding me through these things, even when I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's right. When you don't know, right?
Yeah, and browsing through, and this thing just hit me. I have never heard it before, and I was very surprised. It was also on the mantra list yesterday, and these things I have experienced today, and this is the first time I am on this power practice session. It just made everything more, what shall I say, comprehensive. I understand the deeper levels of the teachings of Dr. Pillai. So that's why I'm saying I am in gratitude today. It's very uplifting. That's all I have to say. Thanks.
Thank you so much for sharing, and happy Father's Day.
Thank you. The same to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
God bless.
Thanks.
1510.
Yes, Sucharita, this is Nazila.
Hi, Nazila.
Hello again. Thank you so much for the deepest meditation. It was amazing. I also heard Dr. Pillai's voice. I just wanted to mention, and my back became so straight and so stretched. It was just reaching heavens. It was really, I was like flying up. It was really, really, really amazing. So thank you so much for what you're doing.
You're very welcome. So you had a good experience aligning with your highest self.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And also all the energy from last night's Fire Lab.
Did you have a good experience?
I almost, I need a lot of sleep. My energy is not very high, but last night I slept I don't know, maybe not at all, or 2 hours maximum, and I feel fine. So it was just so much energy from last night's Fire Lab. Thank you so much.
Great. Enjoy the rest of your day and happy Father's Day weekend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Same to you.
Thank you.
So I don't know how to unmute myself.
You want me to mute you?
Unmute me. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know how to do it.
I will do it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. That's what happens. Our logical mind or a rational mind will say, no, you need to go lie down. You need to sleep. You need to do this. You need to do that. And you will be like a robot. And then the divine will come in and say, we're just about to get the party started. So you will feel this surge of Kundalini energy that can be making you to be alert, to be awake, to be clear, to be in alignment with your highest self. And then as this energy is coming in, it's a vortex. Remember, you asked yourself to come to these Fire Labs, come to the Power Time practice, participate in the webcast that Dr. Pillai is going to do for Guru Purnima and also Father's Day tomorrow. The link is posted to this chat. So check it out and be there, because he is going to empower you at the level of the soul. So we're really getting blasted or immersing ourselves in divinity. And then because he is the master of our souls, so our souls knew to come to him. We didn't. No way. I mean, everybody has their story of how they got here, and they're like, I don't know, but it's great. Because at the level of the soul, you've evolved to be with a master of this caliber because of some other lifetime maybe, or many lifetimes where you knew, okay, I can come and get the worst of my karmas removed. I can change and the destiny, have a new destiny. If I was destined to be stuck in traffic in life, and traffic everywhere, relationships, finances, your spiritual path, your workplace, it's all stuck, congested traffic. And he will find you a way out. There will be another route that you can go. You don't have to be a part of that. So the teachings will say, hey, little soul, come on over here. There's a lot of light over here. You don't have to be in the congested energy where everybody's flipping fingers and yelling and road rage and so on. In your life, I'm just using the analogy of the highway or the roadway that's blocked. And we're going, well, I can't do anything. You can. Get out your Google Maps. Find a side way out. It'll take you a little longer, but you'll be free of that. At least you'll be free. At most, you'll be free. Right? So that's like in life, we want to be free of the karmic moments brought to you by, why did I choose this again? Oh man, I know I've done this to other people. And it's coming right in your face. And it's not feeling pleasant to have a mud pie slung in the face. So you want to just get rid of that, wash it away, and then go, when you are with Guru, meaning the dispeller of darkness, to wipe away the mud, wash it away. When you are in the presence, even if it's through a webcast, you are getting a spiritual transmission. You think you felt something today and you heard his voice, wait till tomorrow. You are going to be exploding to a whole new way of being. And you'll be like, I cannot believe that I was holding on to all this stuff. And he just shakes it free. And that's all you had to do was just show up. So shake yourself free of the congested energies or being karmically tethered to stuff that you cannot undo. Only with the divine. And it has to be at the right time. So whenever Dr. Pillai is doing something live, it is the right time. So go there and then get the blessings, fill yourself up. He's going to be speaking about Guru Purnima. We are going to be continuing to talk about Guru Purnima till it happens in July, the third week in July. Actually, it's at the end of July. Radha, if you're here, or Yagna, can you post the link on the chat? It's on the 27th of July. And that's the full moon. So the event in San Diego, if you're going to go, you're compelled to go, is going to be starting on the Thursday around 10 a.m. and then it's going to go to the Saturday night, 10 p.m.-ish. In that time range, I'm not saying that's set in stone, but those were the times that were given to me. Could be a little bit later or earlier on when they wrap it up, depending on whether he gets all the information that he needs to give you during that time that you'll be going. So, and then as many of us who go in the presence of Dr. Pillai, especially at Guru Purnima, because it's the full moon, it's all the blessings are coming in on the full moon, not just of Dr. Pillai. It's all the gurus. They will say, okay, where's the living masters on the earth plane? And they will pour in all their knowledge. And then the guru can filter it because it's too intense. It would be like a burning bush moment. You know, you'd look and you'd be blinded by the lights, or you'd be so like burnt to like a barbecue. So the guru is there to dissipate that, to disperse it, to cool it off. You know, with the full moon, the moon cools, right? The sun is hot, the moon cools. So that energy coming from all the gurus, all the saints, Christ, everybody, all of those beings who are like, yay, a group of spiritual people who really want to evolve, not only for themselves, but for the whole planet. And then collectively, if we can connect the dots around the world, because there's a virtual way to connect as well. So if you can't go in person, do it virtually. You are gonna be in that stream of consciousness that is downloaded from the heavens in the now time. And then in that period of through the 3 days around that new moon, you're gonna get so blessed. And not just you, everybody, your family, everybody. You will go back home and you'll be like, who is this again? You'll be totally blissed out. You'll connect with people from around the world who all go to Guru Purnima. You'll connect with them like, you know, lost soul brothers and sisters, you know, and you're just like, oh my God, here we are again. I feel like I've known you forever. You have, and you get to meet again. So then you'll establish or reconnect and have beautiful friendships hereafter. And you can be speaking about this path because it's not easy to do on your own. Who's this? Shri? Did someone want to say something? Sandeep?
Yes, hi. Hi there, you okay?
Yeah, how are you?
How is everyone? Yeah, I am very good, thank you. This is my first time here today. I was told by Ira to come on today, Srimbuji lady.
Aww.
She's from the States. And I was just actually home, actually, chilling out. I've been doing this Pillai Center program probably about 3 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see a lot of actually basically happen in my life, change from, like I said before, within. So I could see things better. I could see things in terms of everything is about what we do and what we say. Karma is a big thing in my life where I've seen and I'm seeing things, how they happen, why they happen. So I've been doing a lot of things when I've been speaking to Judy as well, emailing her near enough like every day. So she's always like teaching me how to do, what to do, when to do it. And ever since then, it's just, you know what, beautiful. Everything is beautiful. I'm feeling within, I'm feeling really, really rich. And yeah, everything is good. I'm praying when I can. I'm speaking to myself, divine, Babaji, and basically I'm now in my room, it's gone all pink. Srimbuji.
Oh, wow.
I've got myself a pink rug. I'll put up pictures in my room. I've got on there pink squares all over my wall. Srimbuji Mata, everyone's on there. And yeah, everything is good. So I'm feeling really good. And yeah, I'll just, you know, thought I'd say hi. Thank you all. And like I said, you know, it's when you were doing the mantra, Ganesha one. I was lying down and I could feel a heat on my back pelvis, and my eyes were shut, and I could see it was like a reddy purplish color, and then it stayed there, and it got hot and hot, and then I felt my um, head and my eyes started to basically vibrate, third eye, and it got like really, really strong. Even now, when I'm talking, whatever, anything I see in terms of color, even if I look at the sun, even if I look at anything in terms of spirit, spiritual, I feel the, you could say the healing, I feel the goodness. So yeah, it's all good.
Oh, Sandeep, welcome to the path, and you're such a sweetheart. That's amazing. So
Yeah, so yeah.
it's true. We have to experience it from within before we can go and look what it is that we want to do.
I mean, I've been doing praying spirituality for 10 years, but you can say I've been doing it back to front. It's like you're it's like you know where you're going, but you're going the actual wrong way. That's what I felt, because I was looking on YouTube, Bubba G's, he was there, he like, you know, been on there for a long time. And I used to like always think, yeah, it's fine. But then one day I was just out for a walk, and on my phone it said on there, Stream Busy, Polite, Dr. Polite. I put it on, and once I put it on, I was just doing my walk for like a 1 hour in the actual woods, and I felt I wasn't even on this earth. I was just like gone in the way, looking at the, you know, the woods, the lake nearby, the plant, trees, and ever since then, I started to look into it, Polite Center. After that, everything it just came a bit more. And then when I'm looking at my dad, his dad, how our family are, how much we've not been very sort of lucky with money and work, it just all makes sense. And with me, if there's not something right, I've got a thing in me where I need to know why not, why cannot be right. So I've always been the one to try to look into it and study things and keep my mind open, you know. So yeah, it does actually help. So yeah,
Oh, good. Keep doing your tarpanum, Sandeep.
yes, yeah, yeah, I'm doing that now twice a day. When I
Good.
do that, a I feel like a sense of vibration going away from my head, forehead.
Wow, good.
And yeah, so I feel that, and because I feel like tied down, but obviously with time it's gonna all go and, you know, change. But there's a lot of things that you could say block you, but I see they're obviously there to be blocked for a actual reason. So everything's gonna actually happen, and
Aww.
yeah.
Very sweet, very sweet. Well, good luck, and we'll see you in Stream Brazil Immersion, and we'll see you in Power Time Practice next time.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot for that. Take care now.
Okay. God bless.
Okay, bye.
Happy
Bye.
Father's Day. Shweta. Goddess Shweta.
Hi, Sucharita. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, I'm in transit, so there might be some background noise. But thank you, Sandeep, for all that beautiful sharing. I don't, yeah, it was very inspiring. I feel like I want to
pink in my house.
I know, I was just going to say that. I was like, I want to pink out my room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've resisted that a little bit because of social norms of how pink is connected, you know, with just girly stuff. But I'm really embracing it more and more with Stream Brazil. So I'm really excited to go beyond those norms.
Change your picture and put more pink on.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so we're going to do that. I had a practical question. I'm in transit, so I'm going to keep this really quick and short. Yep. The calendar, I feel like I'm ready to go in a little bit deeper in using it beyond looking at it every morning, seeing what star it is and what trend.
Shweta?
I was wondering, like, what are some ways to maybe use it?
To use, you cut out there, to use the calendar?
Oh, hello?
Yeah, Shweta, you cut out. So what's your
sorry.
question? Oh, dear. So I'm not sure if you can hear me, Shweta, but I think your question was how do you go deeper into the calendar? So what you can do then is you look at the calendar, and this is for anyone who wants to take the calendar to a new level. So say, for example, well, I'm looking in July. All right, so we'll look, today is the 4th moon. We look at the star and we look at the day. So today is Saturday and it's ruled by which planet do you think? What sounds like Saturday? Saturn, right? So Saturn is the god or the planetary being, just like you are Mary, Jane, you know, Jack, Bob, whatever your name is, you are that being. So you have a certain energy, you have a certain way of being, you have a message, you have a quality, a personality, a characteristic, you have knowledge. So whatever is associated with your name and who you are, that's what gifts you can give someone. And then so when we connect with these planets, they are conscious beings. So they are pumping into our mind all the time something, some quality, some characteristics. So go deeper into those beings. So this is the chart, this is the framework, this is the template. So now you can go and look at, for example, where the moon is in your chart. And you can say, okay, the 4th moon is all about removing obstacles. Where is the moon in my chart? If the moon is in the 1st house, that's all about your personality. That's all about you. So you want to ask Anisha to remove the obstacles for you. So you put these divine beings, these celestial beings, this intelligence, this knowledge, the qualities, the characteristics, the gifts, the hardships, you put that into the space of who you are, because you can learn astrology, you can learn how to navigate that, but do it practically and use yourself as your own experiment. Just like in life, people will say this is good for you, this is not so good for you, and you go, that's what you're saying. This is my life. I'm gonna do what I want to do, even if it is good advice. If you're rebellious, because we all want to learn. We want to do something, even though we know it's going to be a challenge or there's another way. Something inside of us says, do it this way because this is the way you want to learn. This is your God-given self-expression of who your soul is and how to speak soul as you're going along. So looking at this chart, then you can look at the birth star and you can say, okay, so Pushya star is all about enlightenment. No wonder people were having enlightenment experiences today, because Arutparam Jyoti is the mantra also for the light body. Muruga, he opens the 3rd eye. Shiva, he rocks your chakras. He opens the 3rd eye. So everybody had everything full on, full wide open, because this star was beaming in that consciousness. It's the star that Swami Ramalingam ascended on, and it is the star where you can turn the body into light, meaning you don't have any pain or suffering. Now that might be temporary, but at least you felt it, right? And you know it, and you can tap into it. So the party got started, and then you experience the Pushya star that's going to go into about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock tonight. Ashlesha star is coming in. So if you're in a place where Ashlesha star is coming in, that is also a Kundalini mover. So you will have Kundalini experiences, everyone, which is great because you want to burn away, you want to purify that which is no longer supporting you. So to dive deeper into this the calendar is to go in and find out more about how those stars are affecting you in your chart and in your life. And even if you don't have an astrology chart, you're just not going to do that right now, that's fine. you can just see in your own self what those stars are. It's all free. It's all free on Astrovet. And there are blog articles, beautiful blog articles. Read those articles. Lalita is one of the astrologers and she writes those articles. Tremendous intelligence coming through. Practical tips. So check out the stars, check out the moons, check out everything that is in these Tan Shaktis, also called Panchang. So you can see your framework of who you are and how you're being expressed in communing with these divine beings who are pumping in. They're trying to get your attention. They're going ping, ping, ping. And usually we don't pay attention unless it's negative attention. That's how it is on the earth plane. So want to get over that, then you go, oh, me? Yeah, me. Yeah, send me some information. So that will, you tap your third eye, as Dr. Ply shares, and then you go into Astrovet and you click on something that is related to the star today or the moon, and that information will come in and you will start to be in alignment with it. You will be in the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. So it's not about right or wrong, not that kind. It's about being aligned with time. So time is the expression of beingness. And then we only have so much in a lifetime, right? So who are you being in all of that? So make it more practical versus theoretical. Although having said that, if you want to start to dive into the astrology part of understanding the sun, the moon, the stars, all the planets, there's lots of information. Basically, that's just qualities, your higher intelligence, your higher qualities, your higher understanding of who you truly are. And then being able to navigate this earth plane with a lot more grace and ease, hopefully. So hopefully that helps you, Shweta, or anyone else who wants to take the next step. Yeah, okay, great, Shweta. Someone is saying, yeah, there's someone who posted about my 9th house. You must have a 9th house exalted Mercury. Actually, I do have a 9th house Mercury, Joy. It's there with Ketu though. So it is bringing in this, the lineage, the spiritual lineage. That's why it's easy for me to just get out of the way and let the spiritual lineage come through. So, but not in the way that it wants to come through, like in a traditional, you know, sitting in an ashram and getting some spiritual teachings. It has to be different. I always say to people, you know, do whatever it is that you're doing. That's what you are doing. You need to, you don't have to be a spiritual teacher or anything. You know, if it's not your thing, don't push yourself, because you're going to be out of alignment. It's going to be unnatural. But if you do your life, you will be a spiritual teacher. Just do your life. That's why getting an astrology consultation is so helpful, because your mind changes all the time. Your desires change all the time. Once upon a time, you decided to maybe get married and have kids, and you're like, what was I thinking? Right? Yeah, okay, there's good things, but really? You know, and then there's like, oh, geez, I wish I would have got married and had kids. So, you know, we're just funny human beings. So our desires kind of take us away because our karma is pulling us here and there. So then when we can take a look into our astrology chart, it will calm us down. It will focus us. It will say, really? Is that really, really what you want right now? Why don't we just look into that a little bit more? Here's a mantra. And then you practice the mantra, and then you go, oh, better ideas are coming. You know? So the 9th house with my Ketu is it's helping me to understand that I need to do something that is appropriate to this day and age, which is to, you know, be able to be with all of you guys here in my house and next to the fireside and be here on Zoom. Right? That's the way it is. So like Dr. Ply, you can say, you know, pick any spiritual master who is going around the world, the Dalai Lama, he's usually in some castle type ashram where it's, you know, he's locked in for the lifetime. No, they kicked him out of his country. So he's been on the go. But what has he done? He's brought so much spiritual awareness to the whole planet. Mindfulness meditation is the big thing. Buddhism is maybe where he stems from, but it's the mindfulness is like pervading everywhere. You know, so those techniques have been really helpful for people. So God only knows what we're going to do on the spiritual path with Dr. Pillai, with Siddhas coming in, the light body. We are not just going to be thinking about our mind. We're going to do the whole thing, the whole shebang. So that is a path that is going to be so adventurous and so fabulous and outrageous. We need to get some life into us. We're just robotic. Even on the spiritual path, we're robotic. So Dr. Pillai, get on his webcast today. Get that pumped into you, that energy to just go and explore your life in a whole new way. Danette, did you want to share something? Your hand is up. Or is it just that your hand is up? And
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. I did want to not share, but ask a few questions. I forgot to ask because I was so excited last time. You know, I was brought up in a Christian tradition, so I have heard the word Father many times. Yeah, so that's okay. I understand that. Today also we connected to the cosmic Father or the universal Father. That's okay. I like that. But you know, in the Christian religion, there's also in the tradition, the priest is called Abba or Father. Yeah. When doing the Tarpanam, do they come into this? I mean, they are called Father. I mean, we have talked to them. We have got consultations from them as a child when I was growing up. Education was also done to, you know, the priest school and all that. And they are Father. And how do they connect into this? I mean, what do I do about that? And then there are also, you know, when thinking about ancestors, not necessarily on my line, but people in the world who have such great influence on a lot of people, like Princess Diana, for example. When I was growing up, it was all Princess Diana. I followed everything she was doing. I was buying the same kind of jewelry. And would she be a part of that consciousness that I should do a Tarpanam? You know, other leaders in the world like John F. Kennedy or, you know, these historical beings.
Eventually you will get there, and maybe you are there, Gannett. So first of all, take care of your ancestors, but there is the collective soul consciousness is that we want to raise the consciousness of the whole planet. So maybe those beings or the spirits of those beings are coming in and connecting with us. Maybe you've had lifetimes with Lady Di, and you, in this lifetime, you were separated because maybe it would be too painful because she died this lifetime. So you can explore that, but I would just say that take care of what's close to you. And then if you can say all the ancestors, you don't have to say 6 generations only, if you can get past that. So maybe you start with 6 generations, 12, and so on. And guess what? We are all connected. So it's going to be a point in time, and this is what I do in my spiritual practice, is that I pray for all living beings. So even animals and plants, even the earth plane, like I pray that I can't do it. So please, the ancestors who are in spirit realms, whether you are gurus, whether you are saints, whether you're related to me or not, hear my prayer. You guys, this is your offering. Please take this and make this heaven on earth. It has to come, because I didn't sign up for this to just go in another lifetime. No, 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 no. We're getting heaven on earth now. So all those divine beings and all the people who have passed, whether they're royalty, whether they're related to you or not, they are all pinging us, because we are evolving to that level where we're saying, come on, everybody who is on other planes, if you feel like you can help the earth plane, take this offering.
Okay, thanks for that. So there is another question also.
Mhm.
I had this kind of thoughts or feelings that Dr. Pillai, he is in Mexico, he's in USA, he's in India. I was just wondering when he will be in the Scandinavians.
In
the Scandinavia.
In Scandinavia, he's going to be in the UK. I don't know that he'll go to Scandinavia, although once I was traveling with him, we were in the UK, and then he said, okay, we're going to Paris. And then he said, okay, now we're going to Sweden. And I was like, oh, okay. And there were events going on. So it can be in the moment. That's why we never know where he's going to be.
Okay. So the other question I had was, in Scandinavia now, mostly we are moving into the 21st of June, where it is going to be 24 hours. Yeah, and 24 hours of sunshine. The sun does not go down at all. It's all day. Well, in Oslo, it's not very visible. It's like it's can be until 4 a.m. in the morning, but more in the north, it's like it's all day long or all night long. My question is, how is this with the astrology? How to understand this? How is it related? I mean, I just need some kind of explanation, or what is the what there's a word auspiciousness about it.
Oh, well, the sun, the 21st, wherever you are in the world, it's the longest day. So it means that the sun's intelligence is coming in. So for you, for all of us, if you have that sun going all day long, I would be putting the Arutparam Jyoti chant on for sure. Have that playing 24/7, because you're honoring the sun. You're saying, thank you, God, sun. So because you're making everything grow, you're making me to be intelligent. You're getting me ready for the light body. So you can do Arutparam Jyoti, or you can do the Sun Gayatri. Those two are available, those chants. Maybe we'll post them in the newsletter. And you can go and watch it on YouTube and have it said in Dr. Pillai's voice, or you can purchase it on Pillai Center on downloads. Okay. And then if you haven't yet, there is a really great program called Awaken with the Sun, and it's in Pillai Center Academy. Get that. It explains everything about the sun, and it will tell you, you will feel it inside of your soul. Oh my God, this is who I am. So you will be able to master that soul's intelligence when you immerse yourself in that program. So it's a gem. Get it if you can. And then if you can play it or meditate on it, play the audio of Dr. Pillai giving you the initiation, and he takes your whole body through it, and you can have that sun come in and be with you and in your country. So you can be a conduit for that, actually.
Okay.
You're just opening the door. Not that it's going to come through you and burn the heck out of you. It just means that you're opening the door and saying, come on in.
Okay. Thanks. So the last question, yeah? Sorry, there are so many questions.
No,
but
great
this is
question.
the last one. So when you are talking about opening the door, something happened to my third eye a few days ago. Like I felt something just opened on my forehead, just internally, but I felt it in the middle of the forehead. It felt good, of course, but today, these few days, I am noticing like there is a kind of a canal from the brow, the middle of the brow, where that middle eye is, the third eye, all the way up to almost the hairline. So now I have put this white powder, the holy powder, on top of it. I just don't understand what's happening. And today, when you said let this Muruga light shoot out of the third eye, it started shooting out like very white flames, and then it started flowing and blowing like a wind, the fire in the, like to the left of me, to the left shoulder area. So what is that about anyway? That's
It's
the
your
last question.
angel. Remember, we have 2 angels.
Okay.
We are born with 2 angels. So your angel is a light being. It's a shiny being. It's sparks of light. It's fire. So that can be that it's coming and saying, hey, I'm present here. So get connected. Start to feel the presence around you of your, at least 2. We have so many more. Whenever we meditate, it's said that all the gods go, hey, who's meditating? And they all come. We can't see them.
Okay.
But that's what happens. And it sounded like that's what happened today for many people.
And this canal on the forehead, will it be like that? I mean, it's very funny because I see it. It's
You're going to crack open like an egg.
Oh, yeah?
Get
So
cracking, Jeanette.
just like I just let it be like that?
Absolutely. And this is what we want to do. We don't want it to just happen because it's like, oh, how did that happen? So now we're going through the process of it, and you get to see, and you get to be, and you get to experience it, and you go, it's not going to be a blink and miss it moment. I'm going to experience it. I'm going to know it. I'm going to be with it, and it is awesome.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeanette. And just before you go, well, you can go whenever you want, but I just invite you, because I come from a Christian background as well, which is awesome. And being on the path with Dr. Ply, he's helped me to appreciate it that much more. But this is a great book. This is called The Yoga of Jesus. And it's by Paramahansa Yogananda. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there it is. And it will just clear a lot of stuff up. I'm not even going to give it away. You just take it, get it, immerse with it if you can. It's through the self-realization group. So go on to, Self-Realization Fellowship. So go on to Google and just key that in, and then the Yoga of Jesus. Or maybe it's on Amazon. I got this actually in California at the ashram that he started. And it is so amazing. He just brings so much of clarity around the rituals, around the spiritual teachings in Christianity and in other teachings as well. So it helps to clear it up.
Yeah. You mentioned also another one about the Sun website on the Academy. About
My Center Academy, it is called Awaken with the Sun.
Awaken with the Sun, yes.
So it's amazing. So the sun's energy is so strong, especially Father's Day, summer solstice, and this whole month of June. So sun going into Gemini, it's all about this, bringing all this active energy into our active life, into our making our intelligence. Look for ways to improve our life. And do it very fast and very quick. So when the sun is shining, you can see everything. When the sun is behind the clouds, it's a little bit dim, you know. So the sun is going to be really strong. That means the soul is going to be searching. Okay, I'm going to tell you what to do, where to go, how to be, and so on, for your highest and best. So check that out, and it will explain the Gayatri. And the Gayatri, I'm not sure, those people who are not in Shrimbhrzi, and you may not know who Vishwamitra is, but he's the god, or he's the god. He was a regular guy, well, not so regular, but he wasn't a saint. He was a king, an emperor. And then he just went, you know what, we're going to live and die, and the kingdom's going to be successful and fail. This isn't cutting it for me. So I want to meditate. And he went and learned from the greatest guru, and who kicked him out all the time. But he was just through his own ability, his own willpower, it wasn't all these blessings and God and everything. It was his diligence. And he just stayed on it and stayed on it. He brought the Gayatri. He connected so much with the Gayatri. The sun god, the sun god said, here's the Gayatri. He gave the Gayatri mantra, which is the greatest mantra, to improve your intelligence, to improve your body, your health, so you can merge with your highest self and get the light body without burning to a crisp. So Vishwamitra is the God who gave us Brazil. So he's giving us the intelligence of the sun, of our soul, to grab onto Brazil, the sound that is for wealth producing, to birth wealth into us. So he's a pretty, in this Awaken with the Sun, he gives you the blessings. You will connect more and more with your Shrimbrazi immersion, or if you're not in that program, with at least Shrimbrazi, and he will give you that initiation, of course, through Dr. Pillai. And then you will have that. That consciousness will be built in you. So we have to build our consciousness inside, through and through, from head to toe, all around. And then that way we will be radiating that out, and all good things will come to us.
Okay. There's a book about, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this for the last. There's a book about Vishwamitra on Amazon.com.
Oh!
Should I buy it?
Hey, pass on the link.
I just want, you just have to search it on the Amazon search box, Vishwamitra, and there comes several of them, but the one that got the most good comments is both on hard paperback and Kindle. So
Beautiful.
I was wondering if I should buy it, because anybody can write a book, but I think this was like more genuine than the others.
Well, Ganet, thank you so much. And you just answered your own questions. So as the third eye is opening, it is going to, the being will come in and he will say, go on to Google, go on to Amazon, go get me, go get that information.
Okay.
And thank you for sharing, because I'm going to go get it.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad I could contribute this. So thank you so much for all the good answers I received today.
You're very welcome, Ganet. We'll see you when we see you.
Yes, thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Thank you.
So Shushma, is it Shushma? Sorry. Someone is saying, what book is it? Susan. Oh my God, I need new glasses. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's Vishwamitra is the great guru. Oh, somebody. Oh, there we go. There we go. So Vishwamitra, Kaja put it in there too. Thank you. So Vishwamitra is the great sage saint Siddha who gave the sound Brazil. And then Ganet was sharing that there's a book on him, or many books, on Amazon. So if you're compelled to find out about the Gayatri Mantra, about this great sage who continues to evolve, to get the big blessings for the whole earth plane, because he's the one who wants heaven on earth. He was a king, so he wants everybody to be a queen or a king or a prince or princess, to have everything. So he meditated for like, I don't know, 1,500 years. And you can't imagine that, because you're thinking, I don't know if I'm going to last to 100, because the way the aging process goes. But the Siddhas, they know how to turn the body into light so that you'll look physical, just like Dr. Pillai. He looks physical, but he will disappear in front of you. That's another story. And maybe he will, if you go to Guru Purnima, you'll see him disappear and you'll be like, oh, wow. And then you will feel him stronger and stronger, because when he's free of the body, when he's dissipated, the subatomic particles, the waves of the light coming into him from all the divine beings, you might see different divine beings coming through, channeling through him. It's quite spectacular, entertaining to say the least. But then you will also be so blessed, because you'll be going, what? And the feeling is there. So you will never be the same. You will never be the same. So if your cup needs to runneth over, you need to plug into the power source, get yourself to San Diego, because the reason he chose San Diego, San Diego. It's the place where the ego can become a saint, right? And not in the sense that you are going to be goody two shoes, but you can radiate compassion. You can radiate joy. You can radiate all this abundance of divinity coming through, because they're not there. They're just sacrificed walking beings to be saintly and do stuff, a lot of good stuff. The man who dared to challenge the gods, and that's what he did. There's actually a temple in Chennai, not Chennai, in South India, and Tamil Nadu, and there is, I think it's in Kumbakonam, Murugan temple. Anyways, he's going, and his head's on fire. He's meditating so much. All the divine beings are like freaking out. Oh my God, he's going to take the place of all of us. And he's like, no, I want to bypass all you guys. I want to go to the highest. So he is just such a great and shiny example for all of us, that anyone can do it, right? Anyone. You just have to drop your old identity. And being a king is not an easy identity to drop, right? You don't want to do that. But you can definitely drop your poverty consciousness. That's a good identity to drop. Leave it go. Hi. So, yeah, so thank you for posting that link. How are we doing for time? Oh, right on time. We're into the 3rd hour. So maybe we should wrap it up. Time flies when you're having fun. And just to let everyone know, and thank you all for hanging out here. Half the group is here. We hit the 90 mark. Yay! I think. I mean, maybe somebody else saw it, but at one point I went, oh my goodness, there's 90 people here. Awesome. So we're going for the 100, because actually we're going to go for the 108. So tell your friends, if we can get to 108 collectively, can you imagine what we're going to do together? Can you imagine what Dr. Pillai is going to do? So please consider it. Inviting your friends and just coming in and participating in it, and then experience that. If we can reach 108, that means we have blown off a layer of consciousness in the whole earth plane. How cool is that? How cool is that? So with the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai, he can come in to all of us and push until it pops. And then we are in a new state of consciousness, and we're being birthed into a new reality. So the more the merrier. Many hands make light work, and all the rest of those great sayings. Don't just make them a saying. We can have it. We can have those blessings. So God bless. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.